Hello guys and girls, I am Raj Saha. For those of you who may not know me, I am currently a stealth startup founder and a former principal solutions architect at AWS. For the last 8 years, I have been helping students all over the world upskill and transform their lives through technology and the cloud. I recently had the chance to speak to the Computer Science and Business Club at Rutgers University, recently ranked #1 in New Jersey for both engineering and computer science by US News and World Report. It was an amazing experience talking with these young people about their career plans and how they are preparing for their first professional roles. It made me think back to my younger self, studying at engineering college, preparing for graduation, and stepping into tech. And honestly, if I had known then what I know now, my journey into big tech and beyond would have been so much smoother and faster. So without further ado, here is what I wish I knew when I was 22. I wish I knew that grades are not everything. Growing up in India, getting top marks was everything. I believed if I aced my exams, I would get the big job. It wasn't just me that thought this. My parents were huge on what my exam scores were, and being a topper was highly prized and respected. People treated it like it was the most important thing, and I believed them. I put tons of time into studying in college to make sure I had excellent marks. I skipped parties, turned down networking events, and club involvement so I could study. But here is the truth. No one, not even AWS, ever asked me my GPA. Grades matter, yes, but they are not the most important thing. Your ability to connect with people, communicate, and collaborate will take you just as far, maybe farther. Being the most technical person in the room does not help if you cannot explain your ideas to executives, teammates, or business partners. I cannot tell you how many times when I was conducting interviews at Amazon that we passed on candidates, not because they answered questions incorrectly, but because their social skills were underdeveloped. They struggled with engagement, communication, and failed to provide stories that highlighted their ability to collaborate or navigate issues with business partners and coworkers. I get it. It can be hard to put yourself out there. I was shy when I was in college. I was way more comfortable talking to friends about video games like Diablo, World of Warcraft, Age of Empires than socializing at events or engaging with professional organizations. For those of you out there who, like me, might be shy or introverted, I will say this: things that are comfortable don't stretch us and don't help us grow. So if you are the engineer out there who would be happy if they never had to communicate with non-engineers, this lesson is for you. The Rutgers students I met were doing it right, reaching out to alumni, showing up at meetups, joining clubs where professionals come to speak, and they are landing internships and offers because of it. Most of the seniors I met already had jobs lined up at top companies like Amazon, JP Morgan Chase, and Goldman Sachs. The first time you talk to a stranger about your career goals or your professional interests, sure, it can be awkward. But the 10th time you do it, you are going to be a pro and you will sound like you are ready for the role you want. For a long time, I believed hands-on experience only came from class projects or internships. That mindset held me back. I did not apply for jobs unless I had already done something similar in class. If I had not worked on it on a school project, I assumed I was not qualified. I thought those roles were not for me, or that the skills were not important. But here is the truth. You don't need a professor or a boss to give you permission to learn. Build something, break something, try an idea that scares you. Get stuck, get confused. That's how you grow. That's how you learn. And this isn't just for students. Even my career switching students moving from TAM or dev roles into solutions architects have to experiment with the very tools they want to use in the jobs they are aiming for. And here is the kicker. experimenting is only half the battle. You also need to showcase what you are building, especially on LinkedIn. At 22, I did not know how. GitHub did not exist yet, but SourceForge did. I just did not use it. Why? Lack of confidence. Don't hold back. A self-driven portfolio screams initiative and creativity. And don't be afraid to post. Trust me, plenty of people who know less than you are posting way more. That is the only way recruiters will find you. At 22, I thought the tech I learned in school would carry me through my career. Wrong. I obsessed over grades and the syllabus. But the real world does not follow a syllabus. For example, I graduated trained in a programming language called Fortran. Guess how useful that was in the outside world? Not at all. It took me almost 10 years to retool from mainframe into the cloud. I could have saved that time by tracking trends earlier and upskilling myself. At Rutgers, students were asking me about Gen AI and cloud. They are building projects outside the curriculum. They are aware of the tech trends shaping the industry. That's what employers care about. And I wish I had done it sooner. And one last piece of advice. Be careful with your hair choices. Just because you can grow a mustache does not mean you should. Trust me. So if you are just starting out, remember, grades matter, but people matter more. So push yourself to build connections. Spend time with people who are in the roles you want to be in. Don't wait for permission to learn. Track tech trends and experiment with the newest tech and services. Mistakes and confusion are fine. It's how you learn. Don't be shy on LinkedIn. It's easy to minimize what you are doing or learning, but don't be afraid to post a project you did yourself or the way you utilized a service to accomplish a task. It is good practice and a great way to get recruiter attention. And if you are already in your career but unhappy with where you are, these suggestions work for you too. Just remember, it's never too late or too early to go for what you want. Keep learning and keep rocking.